everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into the serious situation brewing between China and Taiwan that could have ripple effects across the globe. Recently, China has increased its military readiness around Taiwan, and it's more than just a show of force. Some analysts believe this could come to the head during the 2024 US presidential election. Why? Because during an election, when the US is distracted or transitioning leadership, China might see it as a perfect opportunity to act. But what does this mean for all of us? While it could seriously shake up global trade, the economy, and even the prices we pay for everyday items, let's break it down. Impact on global supply chains. First up, the global supply chain. China is a manufacturing powerhouse, producing much of the world's electronics, clothing, and more. Taiwan is the center of global semiconductor production, those tiny little chips that power everything from your smartphone to your car. If tension escalates, the shipping routes around Taiwan, particularly the Taiwan Strait, could get disrupted. This would slow down shipments of these critical goods, leading delays, price hikes, and even shortages of products we rely on every day. Now imagine it's election time in the US and the country is dealing with leadership changes or a slower response time to global events. China could see this as a moment to press harder, knowing that the US might be less prepared to intervene quickly. This uncertainty in global leadership could amplify the impact on supply chains. If you think waiting for the new tech gadget is hard now, just imagine what it will be like if supply is seriously disrupted. Impact on neighboring countries. It's not just China and Taiwan that are in the spotlight here. Neighboring countries like Japan, South Korea, and others in Southeast Asia are also on a high alert. These nations rely heavily on the trade with both China and Taiwan, and any major disruption could throw their economies into chaos. Imagine entire industries slowing down because they can't get the components they need. Beyond that, regional instability could lead to a big shift of investors' confidence. As tensions rise, markets could see huge sell-offs. With investors pulling money out of these regions and looking for the safer places to park their cash, this could lead to the stock market volatility and weakened currencies in these neighboring countries. Which means everything from imported goods to energy could get more expensive. Have you thought about how that could affect your investments or the cost of living in these areas? Global market reactions. And speaking of markets, let's talk about how the rest of the world might react. Markets hate uncertainty, and anytime there's geopolitical tensions like this, you can bet investors are going to get jittery. This could lead to a lot of volatility in global stock markets, especially for companies that rely heavily on China and Taiwan for parts, materials, or finished products. Tech companies in particular might take a hit. If semiconductors from Taiwan become harder to get, you could see stock prices dip for tech giants. Plus, with currencies in Asia probably weakening due to regional instability, the cost of imports could rise, meaning higher prices for consumers globally. Whether you're investing in the stock market or just shopping for electronics, this could directly impact your wallet. What's your backup plan if markets start getting rocky? Risk to key exports. Let's not forget that China doesn't just produce finished products, it's also a major exporter of critical raw materials like rare earth elements. These materials are essential for tech manufacturing, including things like smartphones, electronic vehicles, even renewable energy products. If these exports are disrupted, it could cause major delays in the production of high-tech goods. Companies worldwide might scramble to find alternative sources, driving up costs and delaying new products launches. The ripple effect could be felt far beyond Asia, with industries in Europe and the US and other regions struggling to keep up with demand. This isn't just about the latest iPhone or gaming console, it could affect industries across the board. Have you ever thought about where the materials in your devices came from? Chances are a lot of them are tied to China's rare earth exports, inflation and commodity prices. We are already feeling the inflation in many parts of the world, but this situation could pour fuel on that fire. If global supply chains slow down, prices for all kinds of commodities could rise. Think about the cost of goods going up because shipping becomes more expensive or because materials are in short supply. We could also see energy prices spike if trade routes are disrupted, driving up the cost of fuel and making it more expensive to transport goods globally. Imagine having to pay even more at the pump or seeing the prices of groceries rise because the cost of transport them has jumped. We're talking about real-world impacts here, things that could affect everyone's daily life, not just the stock market. How much more inflation can we handle before it starts hurting more than just our wallets? Broader geopolitical ramifications. Lastly, let's zoom out a bit and talk about the broader geopolitical picture. If this situation escalates into the full-blown conflict, it could lead to major shifts in the global alliances and trade relationships. We could see countries taking sides and sanctions being imposed, and global trade networks getting reconfigured. The US and its allies might respond with economic sanctions against China, which could further disrupt global trade. Imagine a world where major economies are no longer as reliant on Chinese manufacturing. That would take time, but this kind of conflict has the potential to change the entire global landscape. Could we be looking at the future where countries start diversifying away from China to avoid these risks? It's a huge question, and the one that could reshape how the world does business. So there you have it. The tension between China and Taiwan might seem far away, but they could impact everything from the global economy to the prices you pay at the store. As always, staying informed is the best way to prepare for whatever comes next. What do you think? How would rising prices or market volatility affect your daily life? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on global events and how they impact your wallets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Your Maria.